Alright, so we're talking about the ride cymbal in this video and just basic considerations for playing the ride cymbal. So, again, it's kind of like the hi-hat video. If you watch that, we're thinking about thumb up, sort of French grip position versus back of the hand up, sort of American position. And know that you have both of those options for the ride cymbal, kind of depending on what you're playing and what feels good. So the first example there was like an up-tempo jazz thing, and in that situation, the only way that we can really pull that off is to do it with a French grip, so the thumb is up, and we're really utilizing all these fingers to control the bounce in order to get that intricate speed that's required for that style. The second example was like a 16th note based sort of funky thing. And for that, technically you could probably do it either way, but for me, I usually always do that as an American grip kind of position. Because a lot of times that particular groove, I'm actually playing it on the hi-hat, and I'm totally in that American grip position. So when I go to the ride, I just want to keep that same position, and it makes my life easier. And then I did a couple examples using the bell of the cymbal. So basically, the first example was like an offbeat, funky thing, and I'm using the shank or shoulder of the stick on the bell. And let me grab the camera. All right, so we're looking down at the ride. So I always play my bell on this side of the stand, on this side of the hole. I never play it on this side of the hole. Okay, so why do I do that? I do that for one reason. For me, it feels better to play it on that side, the left side of the hole, if you're looking at the cymbal. Especially with the American grip position, I find like I can just sort of lay into it with almost like a backhand kind of thing, and it just feels so much better for me to play on that side of the hole and do it the same way every time. And that's really the biggest thing, is I don't need to be moving my position around all the time. Again, I'm just making my life easier. It essentially sounds the same. It feels better to me on this side, so I just do it that way all the time. And I would recommend that to you, is like spend a few minutes or a few days or a few weeks and experiment with your position on the bell and notice what feels good to you, and then just commit to it and play that way all the time, and you'll make your life easier. Now, a lot of times when I'm on the bell, even when it's low volume, sometimes I'm usually playing the shoulder of the stick on the bell. Get a shot of that. So, shoulder of the stick on the bell. To me, that feels the best. I have the most control with that, and I can get really, really loud if I want to with that method. Now, I also did another demonstration where I was doing a 16th note funky thing on the bell, and I was using the tip. And honestly, there's definitely places for that, but my personal preference, a lot of times that sounds a little too thin, and more importantly, it feels weird for me. Just like when I'm playing the hi-hat, I usually use the shoulder, not the tip. It's more of a feel thing. And then if I really need that sound, or if it's like super low volume and I gotta play the bell, then I'll go to a tip. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Just a couple basics on playing the ride cymbal. This is another one like the hi-hat where I'll probably end up doing a couple more videos, if not more, because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this voice of the instrument. Okay, cool. See you next time.